Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. It is now time to enter free play mode for Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. And we of course begin with Hoth Battle. And of all the vehicle levels, this one is probably the longest one. It's still simple though, that's not to say much, this game is very simple. And the main thing you're going to need is of course a vehicle with a tow cable. So you're going to need either the snow speeder or the Republic gunship, but you know, in free play mode you're given all of the vehicles anyway. It's just a matter of where you want to have two of them positioned. Kind of makes me wonder what's the point of giving you the option. Anyway, for our first mini kit we need to pull down 10 ATSTs. They do get up after a while as well, or you can just destroy them and they'll just respawn. Either way works, but you just need to get 10 of them. We'll eventually get there. This is the tedious part. And I turned on the tractor beam. So now, every time I'm in a vehicle level, we just get to keep doing... I mean, we can hear it when I have the Powerball, but now it's constant. On the plus side, it means I don't really have to worry about the probe droids. They still use that grapple thing, but because they're constantly getting pulled towards you, it has some effect, but not much of one. So we have to go all the way over here to grab the mini kit, because you can do this anywhere. Just pull them over where you want, and then there's another one just hidden behind here. And now this next mini kit is a bit of a weird one, due to the fact that I think you need to have the snow speeder. You either need the snow speeder, or at the very least you need one of the original trilogy vehicles. Because obviously you need an Imperial ship to get in there, and actually I don't think that big triangular one works. Yeah, like that. It has some effect, but I don't know what was going on with that ATST. It's like I was using the Imperial gunship, and that gap right there, I went straight down. It was like there was a massive force of gravity. No pun intended. Should you grab that one? I missed out on my first try. But there was like a massive force of gravity, and it just pulled me right downwards. The bomb still went over the hole, but I just got pulled straight downwards. I don't know what other ships do that, so use the snow speeder for that bit. Then we have this hidden cave, which is our double score zone. Sadly, again, the mini kit only counts as one. I wish the mini kit counted as two. I'm not sure what makes it appear though, because I didn't destroy everything, but the mini kit just appeared later on. So I don't know what causes the mini kit to appear. But you are going to be using the tow cable for a lot of things. I mean, we used it quite a bit originally. And we had to use it to get rid of the AT-ATs. You had to use it to drag the bombs to blow up the walls and stuff like that, as we're doing now. We're going to be doing this a lot more. We have quite a few walls to break. That wasn't the only time we're going to be pulling down AT-STs. There's one extra AT-AT, but you can ignore that one. So this is the next area where we need to knock down AT-STs, but because they're going to keep well, they don't really aim for you, they mostly aim for the bombs. So just to make things, just to get it over with, just take out the AT-ATs first. But again, you don't need to worry about them when trying to knock over the AT-STs. They don't shoot at you. And try and bring the bomb down without the AT-ST getting in the way. So that's him out of the way, and then I can't remember if I go for the AT-AT next or if I go for... No, I think I do the AT-AT. I think I go for the AT-STs last. I think I go through this gate first. And this gate is as I said in the last part, these gates, these TIE Fighter gates, some of them stay open once they've opened the first time, but others will keep closing. And the problem is, when you hit a wall, your vehicle will then do like that backflip to move away from it. The problem is, with this particular gate that I'm approaching now, because your vehicle... Oh no, I am doing it now, okay. Your TIE Fighters are always moving forward and they have a large turning circle. So as the gate starts to open, you're going to hit the gate And what that will do is push you away from the gate as it's opening. And then when you turn around, it will cause the gate to close, and then you've got to try and do it again without moving away too much. It is kind of annoying. You know what else is annoying? I had a few times when my grapple thing just decided to let go for no reason. I'm not pressing the button the second time. I swear, I'm not pressing the button the second time. It just keeps shooting them, they'll keep respawning by the entrance. So, like that. I don't know why that happens. It's the last time we'll be doing something like this, though, because we only do this in in 3 levels. It's mandatory in 2, but there's some mini kits, and you always pick that one up. But there's some mini kits that we had in Rebel Attacks that used it as well. But we won't be using the grapple point anywhere beyond this. It isn't used in Falcon Flight. No, I tell a lie. It is used at one point in Falcon Flight. Yeah, I don't know. It is used in Falcon Flight 1 time. Well, 2 times in one area. It's got 2 mini kits in it. And I don't think it's ever used in Into the Death Star. I don't recall it being used in Into the Death Star. And then of course we have Challenge Mode. Not the Jurassic World Evolution Challenge Mode, thank God. Right, I would recommend going up here in your Snowspeeder. Well, anything works at first, but I recommend just going up here first. Take out all of the stuff that's on top, so your ATSTs. Destroy the rocks, because you are going to need to carry a mini kit up here. So again, take out the AT-AC. Well, you can't really take it out. You need the bomb to do that. So you pull this guy over, make him fall over, so that he won't be able to shoot the ATS. So he won't be able to shoot the bombs. And then you don't actually need to worry about blowing up that AT-AT. If you do, this bit will take forever, and that AT-ST always respawns there. So you just need to carry the bomb or my mini Death Star. And then, as long as you're careful, you can go right past the AT-AT. As long as you're fast enough, it won't get back up. I mean, it will get back up, but as long as you're fast enough. And by the way, if you do that in something bigger than the Snowspeeder, it constantly goes up. It like just keeps bobbing the ground. It's like bomb, bomb, bomb. It's like it's humping the ground. It's weird. So do that in the Snowspeeder just to get it done with a bit quicker. The Snowspeeder is slower, but its smaller size is more suited to the level because it's the main thing you're going to be using in the story mode of the level. It's the only thing you're going to be using in the story mode. Unless you're 2-player where somebody controls the X-Wing. You'd think it would just be 2 Snowspeeders, but no. It would be cool if you could control the person in the back. I mean, I know they die in the end, but like, they could do that via the cutscene, that you just control the person in the back. One of you shoots from the front, and the other shoots from the back. However, these Snowspeeder things work. You can knock these guys out as well, they still count because you're in the same area for your 10 ATSTs, but these guys don't respawn, so you will have to keep going back to the beginning of the area. So I just stick around the beginning of the area. I don't know where I went then. I don't know where I'm going now. Come on, let's get up here. I do find it weird how these walls all blow up at once, but the white walls you take several bombs to completely destroy. What is the difference with one? I mean, the white ones do look a bit thicker, but these things are outright exploding. Once you go through here, it is a point of no return, so if you don't have all 8 of your mini kits like that, if you go through here, that's it. You can't get your mini kits back anymore. You can't backtrack beyond this point. And there are 2 mini kits that are just roaming around here. They are hidden behind these rocks. I assume these are rocks. They stand out from the other rocks, but I assume they are supposed to be rocks. think the last one is in... Yep, there we go. I think I do get paranoid at one point, and I do just... I do a triple check. I've already done my double check. But then you just... Once you've collected the 2, you then just have to play the game like normal. So just destroy all of the probe droids, destroy the AT-STs, destroy the AT-ATs, and then destroy the probe droids, AT-STs, and AT-AT. There we go. That's the last time I do that. I could probably just hit fast forward for this part, but hey, it's what you gotta do. Thankfully, we don't have to do this for challenge mode. In challenge mode, it just ends when you collect the last blue minikit. I really need to practice challenge mode, actually, because at this point, I have done Empire Strikes Back. I just have Return of the Jedi to do. I've done all 6 levels for Empire. It's just Return. So I really have to get practicing for challenge mode, because I don't remember where any of that stuff is. I can't use LEGO Star Wars 2 as practice for that one. Not that that's paid off that well. But it is... because it's something that was... It's in the PSP version of LEGO Star Wars 2, but it wasn't in the console version. You actually get gold bricks for it in the PSP version, I believe. But you don't get it. You don't get gold bricks for it here. It's just something that exists just for your percentage. I think it's the same with Super Story. I don't think you get gold bricks for Super Story in this version either. Again, it's solely for your percentage. Complete the story in an hour, which for the prequels is very easy to do. I've done the Phantom Menace. And you have to collect 100,000 studs, which is, again, very easy to do. Completing Super Story in under an hour, it's easy to do for the prequels, because the levels were shorter. But for the originals, it's a lot harder. A New Hope isn't too bad, but Empire, and especially Return of the Jedi, it's going to be pretty tight. You don't really have to worry about the 100,000 studs. Obviously, it's a bit... They did decrease the stud count for the original trilogy, where they increased it for the prequels. I don't know why. So you may find you won't be getting 100,000 studs around level 3, like in LEGO Star Wars 2. But still, getting 100,000 studs in 6 levels, it's pretty simple to do. So your main focus should just be on time. Because you can't use any of your extras in Super Story. Or challenge mode. You can't use it in Super Story, challenge modes, your bonus levels. I don't think it worked in LEGO Star... I don't think it worked in LEGO City either. Or New Town. There we go. Self-destruct. You can blow up some of your droids. It works for astromechs, protocols. It doesn't work for battle droids, I don't think. I think it's just astromechs and protocol droids. I can't remember if it works for gonk droids or PK droids or not now. Still, it doesn't matter. The only problem is that you do have to keep dealing with the character's quotes, which means that every time you blow up, R2-D2 and R4-P17 still keep making that wah! And that gets very annoying. It also means it's mapped to there are 2 buttons you can use to use the probe. I think on the Wii version it wants you to use the Z button, I think. Whatever button it wants you to use. But even though you can use 2 buttons, the game itself thinks there's only 1. I don't know if it was fixed in the Complete Saga, but that's where I got stuck in Betrayal Over Bespin. Not Betrayal Over Bespin, Cloud City Trap, because I had the self-destruct on and R2 just wasn't using the probe. It's something the AI is supposed to do because you yourself can't get over there. You need to use the crane. And he wasn't doing anything for so long. I restarted the level and he still wasn't doing anything after that. And even though it's on the PS2, Square and Circle both use the probe, in the game's mind, only the circle button does it. And weirdly they swapped... No, it's a bit further on actually. It's like only the circle button does it, even though square works as well. But the circle is what the self-destruct is applied to. So the AI wasn't doing it. Eventually I turned it off and that caused him to use the probe. It was weird. But anyway, next up, we've got Escape from Echo Base. and Falcon Flight. So I will see you guys then.